The stage is set for an electrifying showdown as David Benavidez prepares to take on the formidable David Morrell in a high-stakes battle at the T-Mobile Arena. This isn't just a fight, it's a defining moment in Benavidez's 12-year career, a chance to silence critics and cement his legacy in the sport. Known as the Mexican Monster, Benavidez has faced scrutiny for his choice of opponents and his physical advantages in lower weight classes. Now, against Morrell, a younger, equally skilled and physically matched fighter, he faces the ultimate test. With a decorated amateur career and a sharp, technical style, Morrell is no easy challenge. For fans, this fight is more than a clash of fists. It's a clash of reputations, ambitions, and legacies. Who will emerge victorious in this career-defining bout? David Benavidez's father and trainer, José Sr, has added fuel to the fire with his confident and fiery remarks, promising that his son will drown Morrell and prove he belongs among boxing's elite. With both camps exuding confidence and the stakes at an all-time high, this fight is shaping up to be a thriller. For Benavidez, this is a chance to step out of the shadows of doubt and claim his place as a legitimate threat in the light heavyweight division. For Morrell, it's an opportunity to derail the hype surrounding Benavidez and announce himself as the new star of the division. The tension is palpable, the stakes are enormous, and the rivalry is real. Boxing fans, brace yourselves. This is a fight you don't want to miss. Benavidez Sr has voiced his determination for his son, David Benavidez, to finally receive the credit he believes his career deserves. On February 1 at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, David will face WB, a regular light heavyweight champion, David Morrell, in what could be a defining moment in his journey. Nicknamed the Mexican Monster, David Benavidez boasts a 12-year professional career filled with notable victories against respected fighters such as Caleb Plant, Demetrius Andrade, Alexandre Javidike, and David Lemieux. However, critics argue that his career lacks a true signature win against an elite-level opponent. They also point out that Benavidez enjoyed a significant size advantage for much of his career, fighting in a division below his natural weight. Despite these criticisms, José Sr remains confident that his son is a top-tier talent who deserves acknowledgement for his accomplishments. Now competing in the light heavyweight division, David Benavidez is set to face his most challenging opponent yet in David Morrell. Unlike many of his previous fights, Benavidez will not have a substantial size advantage against the former Cuban amateur star. Morrell is a decorated fighter with significant amateur accolades, making this fight an intriguing clash between two highly skilled competitors. José Sr is confident in his son's preparation and strategy for the fight. He revealed their plan to take Morrell to deep waters and drown him, a method designed to push Morrell to his limits and expose any weaknesses. While José Sr respects Morrell's achievements, he believes professional boxing is a different arena, and the pressure of facing the Mexican Monster will prove to be too much for him. For David Benavidez to establish himself as one of the greats in boxing history, José Sr envisions an ambitious path. He believes David must not only defeat Morrell, but also take on the winner of the anticipated rematch between Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol. Additionally, moving up to the cruiserweight division to face and beat João Pitaya would further cement his legacy. These lofty goals illustrate the high expectations José Sr has for his son, but they all hinge on David successfully overcoming Morrell. This fight is not just a stepping stone, but a critical test of David's skill and potential. Fans and analysts have differing opinions on how this matchup will unfold, with some viewing it as a 50-50 fight. However, José Sr dismisses this notion and asserts that David is on another level, ready to decisively dominate Morrell. José Sr has also addressed the skepticism surrounding his son's fighting style, with critics describing David as a robot. Showdown, sir, responded with humor, calling his son a robot AI capable of delivering punches with precision and power that opponents won't see coming. He believes that this perception of David's style underestimates his adaptability and skill in the ring. Despite the critics, Showdown is confident that David will prove the doubters wrong, just as he did in his recent fight against Demetrius Andrade. While some fans believed that Andrade, despite being smaller and older, could expose Benavidez's flaws, David's dominant performance silenced those doubts. Showdown, sir, is hopeful that another stellar performance against Morrell will finally bring his son the recognition he deserves. The stakes for Jose's sister are especially high in this fight. As the father and trainer of David Benavidez, he has invested years into building his son's career, particularly after the decline of his other son, Jose Benavidez Jr., since Jose Jr.'s promising career faltered following his 2018 loss to Terence Crawford. Jose Sr. has pinned his hopes on David becoming a star in the sport. A loss to Morrell could potentially shatter those dreams, especially given the competitive nature of the 175 lb division. This fight is not just about David Benavidez proving himself, it's also about preserving his family's legacy in boxing. Jose Sr. knows that a victory against Morrell could open doors to even greater opportunities, while a loss could mark the beginning of the end for his son's aspirations. David Benavidez's upcoming fight against David Morrell is being viewed as a pivotal moment, not just for his career, but also for the trajectory of his reputation in boxing. Over the years, critics have argued that Benavidez's success has been built on favorable circumstances, such as his physical advantages in lower weight classes and the level of his opponents. However, this matchup against Morrell presents a different narrative. Morrell is young, skilled, and physically comparable, with a decorated amateur background that rivals some of the best in the sport. For Benavidez, defeating a fighter of Morrell's caliber could silence his critics and position him as a legitimate force in the light heavyweight division. It's a fight that could redefine how the boxing world views him. The anticipation surrounding this bout is also fueled by the contrasting styles and mindsets of the two fighters. Benavidez is known for his relentless pressure, volume punching, and ability to overwhelm opponents with his aggression. On the other hand, Morrell brings a more refined technical approach to the ring, showcasing the skills that made him a standout amateur. This clash of styles has fans excited about the possibilities, with many believing that the fight will be a battle of wills as much as it is of skills. Benavidez Sr. has expressed his confidence in their game plan, emphasizing that they are prepared to take Morrell into deep waters and test his endurance and mental toughness. Beyond the immediate stakes of the fight, there are broader implications for the light heavyweight division. A victory for David Benavidez could position him as a top contender for major fights against the likes of Artur Beterbiev or Dmitry Bivol. Both fighters are considered elite in the division, and a matchup with either would represent a career-defining opportunity for Benavidez. Furthermore, a win could spark discussions about potential unification bouts, or even a move to the cruiserweight division, where Benavidez's size and power could make him a formidable opponent. The outcome of this fight will likely determine the next chapter in Benavidez's career, and whether he can rise to the elite level that his team believes he belongs. However, the fight is not without its risks, and the stakes are equally high for David Morrell. For Morrell, this is an opportunity to prove himself against a seasoned professional and elevate his standing in the division. While Benavidez's camp is confident in their strategy, they are aware that Morrell's speed, skill, and ring IQ make him a dangerous adversary. A loss for Benavidez could be a significant setback, particularly given his father's high expectations and the weight of carrying their family's boxing legacy. with both fighters aiming to make a statement. This matchup is shaping up to be a career-defining moment for both men, promising an intense and action-packed showdown. As the countdown to the highly anticipated battle between David Benavidez and David Morrell continues, the tension and drama surrounding this fight only grow. Both fighters have something to prove. Benavidez wants to finally earn the respect he's long sought, while Morrell aims to make his mark and derail the Mexican monster's career. The fight is not just about titles, but about legacies, pride, and the undeniable hunger to rise above the challenges of the sport. With his father's fiery determination backing him, Benavidez is clearly ready to take on this new challenge. But Morrell's swift, unrelenting style promises to put Benavidez to the test in ways he hasn't been tested before. As the two prepare to collide in the ring, boxing fans everywhere are on edge, knowing that this fight could shape the future of the light heavyweight division. Regardless of who wins, this clash will be remembered as one of the most compelling and heated matchups in recent boxing history. And the outcome will likely determine who truly deserves to be considered a future star in the sport.